And oh my goodness, there's about to be a murder. Let's see what we can do. Just 1 arrow, there we go. And we are now the saviour of this lady here. So anyway, hello, it's Shadow Penguin, and welcome back to the second episode of my Dark Brotherhood playthrough. Now I know it's been about a month since my last installment of these, and I know probably the content that you want to see the most is probably something akin to Skyrim builds. However, it's not always possible for me to do a Skyrim build because they take more time than other things. I'm very, very busy in terms of my workload. This is the only time I've really been able to sit down and record anything. So this is just a sort of fun little series in the interim between Skyrim builds. Hopefully you'll enjoy it. I know the Dark Brotherhood is certainly one of my favourite factions, and hopefully you enjoy this just as much. I really enjoy sneaking around, and here we go. That is one target down. Actually, that took more than 1 arrow, so he's now going to run towards us. We aim slightly down. We don't want to miss that second shot, and indeed we don't. Not for nothing are we such a feared assassin as we are. So now unfortunately there's a guy there. So we're just going to have to hide back here. Hopefully he doesn't run this far. And because once you attain a certain sneak level, it becomes much harder for the kind of the AI to sort of pick you up. So again, we take out that player with just one shot, going for centre mass hits, because they're basically a lot simpler. And well, again, actually let's just see, because he may take more than one hit to take out, in which case we may be in trouble. So let's actually get in with the dagger here. So we just went to talk to whatever her name was, Muiri, in Markarth. She wants me to take out Elaine Dufont, who was her ex-boyfriend, who she didn't know was a kind of a thief, a swindler, and a bandit. So and then he basically ruined and poisoned. Oh, he just teleported forward. He doesn't know that actually prolonged his life by another 5 seconds. That he was a thief, a swindler, and a bandit. So that actually poisoned her relationship with the family in Windhelm. She also wants me to take out their daughter. I mean, Muir is kind of racked with grief, so you can understand where she's coming from. However, she is a bit unstable, nonetheless. So, but we are of the Dark Brotherhood. We are a renowned assassin, so ours not to reason why. I was about to say ours but to do and die, but I'm definitely not going to be the one dying in this scenario. As we enter the Dwarven Ruin. So you can see there's some sleeping pallets. I haven't got the muffle ability for my spells or whatever, so I can't actually cast spells without people waking up, so I'm not going to actually cast around and look for them with my magic, even though I do have a detect life spell. I think I use it up here though, because I didn't really think of that at the time. I'm not sure. But let's see. So we're trying to make sure we're not in that person's we're trying to make sure we're not in their periphery. So we take him out without any kind of big trouble there. My glasses are really dirty. I can barely see through them. It's ridiculous. If you have glasses, you know they just accumulate stuff. It's really irritating. But anyway, so we continue on now. We're sneaking around because they did actually detect us, because we did use the detect life spell there. That was probably ill-advised, because now they can kind of see. I'm kind of using the third-person camera so I can actually look at them without having to peek around corners or anything. The third-person camera is definitely the best camera view for a stealth character, and I would say first-person is possibly better for a melee character or magic. But the only downside to third-person is that sometimes the perception of where your arrow is going to go is a little bit off compared to first person, which you can tell if you actually throw out the side of a building for any length of time. The arrows go to a slightly different place, so they can catch on stairwells and that sort of thing. But besides that, for general awareness, third person camera is very, very useful. So we take out that guy again, not very fair, using Mayrune's razor to do a little bit more than shade that person. Can't remember if he had a beard, so there we go. That is the last enemy in this short little vicinity. Then our next stop will actually be the main chamber. So let's see how we deal with this, because there's several people and they're all facing directions where at least one of them will see me. So I'm going to actually have to use my my illusion ability here, despite the fact that they might hear me a little bit. I need to actually make those guys there angry, and hopefully they will go after Elaine Dufont instead of me. And there we go. So now he's been taken out, not by my hand, but almost sort of as good as by my hand. So there's just this this guy left here. So we found one shot at him. That doesn't quite do the job though. We were using iron arrows after all, so they're not the best arrows to use under these circumstances. So he's actually still sort of taken him by sort of the fear spell that I used. So I just need to wait for him to calm down a little bit, and then I can go in and finish things off with my dagger. So we're just gonna wait for him to sit down a little bit. So essentially is I'm just gonna take him out now. Just scanning my surroundings, just checking there's no one around to foil me at this point, and in we go. Bish bash bosh. And the job is... ooh, not quite done. The job is done now. So, essentially, I haven't sort of uploaded a Skyrim build for almost for a few weeks now, essentially. And, again, I am very, very sorry for that. It's just that my workload has been so great now. I've been working late on a lot of days and haven't had as much time as I would have wanted each weekend. So Skyrim builds are more time intensive than other content. I will have next weekend and a bit beyond that, I will have more time to devote to Skyrim builds. Also, there's a very, very good collaborative series that I'm going to be very, very excited to share with you, that I'll talk to you probably in an update video soon enough about. And also some other things as well, akin to my listing or ranking the Daedra in order from least to best, something similar to that sort of video style, because that was very, very popular. But anyway, just talking trash now. Thank you very much for watching, and see you next time with another video.